Tech Version is live at Lagos Tech Fest 2025, the ultimate gathering of innovators, investors, and policymakers shaping Nigeria's tech future. Stay tuned for exclusive insights and interviews. A panel of venture capitalists discussed key strategies for managing business growth and investments in challenging economic environments.
Startups are supposed to be providing asset-light, tech-driven solution to existing businesses and existing customers. The issue here is that in Nigeria and in Africa in general, the existing industry is still too small, so you cannot piggyback on the existing businesses to make revenue. So I think what it suggests is that startups cannot just be very, very tech-oriented, tech-driven. They have to be the one who are also creating transactions as if existing businesses.
The only way to make sure they can return is to let them start looking to markets where they can earn dollars. It's the only way. Naira, if you look at, and also what we're doing is managing our LPs. LPs are our investors' expectations. So when we now present their figures, we not only present them in dollars, we also present in local currency. The reason for that is for them to understand this business is growing. Because in Naira terms, I have no company in my portfolio that isn't growing like this. In dollar terms, unless they are exporting, it looks very slow.
Like I said, I believe in seeding equity when you can to the right persons to help you build your business. Like you rightly said, don't collect money to start anything, right? Collect money to grow the business, especially if you need the money to grow the business or if you want to scale really fast. So early on, my co-founders and developers, that made life a lot easier for me. I didn't have to worry about that cost, right? And don't be greedy, right? Don't want to own everything in the business, right? Make sure people are fairly compensated for the work they do.
The founder of Pressmate.io, Ayo Adewuyi, highlighted the need for regulation and government partnerships to build trust in crypto while stressing the importance of sharing positive narratives.
I think it's a myth to think that everybody will adopt crypto. The reason is because even for digital banking, right, it's not everyone. So people in the rural villages, they don't use the app, right? So, but we know that we want the right set of people, the significant mass of people to adopt crypto. And the very first part of it is relationship with government regulators, right? It's important for us to know that crypto is something that is amazing, but for every amazing product, for every amazing technology that comes out, it has its bad side, right? And what we need to do is to correct narrative and have frameworks that guide users, that help users, so that when people come in with so much trust, they don't lose that trust because they fell to the other side of crypto. So for us, it's very important to know that partnership with government is key, all right, and for everybody to share their positive stories about crypto. All right, negative stories are shared by people also, not by robots, not by inanimate objects. So we need people, the same way they share negative stories, for people to share positive stories.
Gold Sylvester, founder of Tradify, emphasized the importance of crypto education and awareness to simplify its adoption and highlight real-world applications.
I would say for crypto to be simplified, you need to understand what crypto is, and that's where education comes into place. And like we said when we were off stage, everybody needs to understand what crypto is, and the education should be out there. There should be more knowledge about it out there, and then every company who prides itself to be a crypto company should put that information about it. That way, a lot of people get to understand it, and the more you understand it, it's possible.
Satoshi Shinada, partner at Verod Keppel Africa Ventures, advises Nigerian founders to solve local pain points and not to follow global trends as consumers prioritize immediate needs and pay for real solutions.
Is that you have to really focus on the local pain points if you want to monetize from your products and services, serving your local customers. You shouldn't follow the global trend. If you try to follow the global trend, such as climate or carbon footprint, I don't think there is a fundamental fit for lots of Nigerian founders to tackle that issue. Because when you wake up and you hustle every day, what occupies your mind is about daily lives, not about the climate in the long term. So that was just like I wanted to mention, because VCs have its own dynamics. Some of the VCs need to fundraise following these global topics. But I think as a Africa-focused VC fund, what I wanted to emphasize is that you always have to understand the customer's biggest pain points, because otherwise they don't pay for your products.
Ebuka Arinze, Chief Product Officer at Credit Inc., provided insights into the functionality of stablecoins in the cryptocurrency ecosystem, comparing them to Picoin.
Picoin is not considered a stablecoin. So a stablecoin is basically a coin that is pegged to a particular currency and is held one-to-one. For example, USDC, USDT. You get, so those currencies are pegged. So what that means is that if I have USDT today, next month is still going to be USDT one-to-one. So other currencies that are for basically projects that you are investing your money in, hoping that the project is going to do well and you make money. Those are not things that we work with, right? So for that, it's a different side of cryptocurrency. And I believe that anyone that is working that side is aware of the up and the down of that side and is happy with the returns and the losses in that side of things. So there's a clear separation between stable coins and coins that are not stable. That's why it's called stable coin, but stable.
Fola Olatunji David, founding partner at Kickoff Africa, and Feyin Ogulesi, the managing principal at Tag Africa, stated key investment trends in Nigeria, focusing on sectors experiencing the most rapid growth.
Fintech is the usual suspect. Fintech has been on the rise for a couple of years now. You have companies like Flutterwave, Paystack, Piggyvest that are leading the way. And then you have even new entrants like Moneypoint. Moneypoint raised a round that took them over 1 billion valuation. So there's a lot of excitement in fintech, but we're also seeing, as I said on stage, a lot of infrastructure plays. So infrastructure in the sense that businesses that enable other businesses to grow. So people are building things in healthcare that allow other health businesses to provide services to people. They're building things in education that allow other tutors, other education startups build things that can directly connect to pupils wherever they are. So I'm very excited about this. And there are lots more sectors. You know, entertainment is another sector that we've not seen enough technology come into play. I mean, you've had people like the Bedu FMs back in the day, Giddy Radio. You've had people like Boomplay that are localized. They're global companies but run locally in Nigeria. You've seen some activity in that space, but I think there's a resurgence of people riding on that Nollywood, that Afrobeat wave to now invest in the sector and to show that there's a lot more that can be done in that sector. So yeah, I think those sectors stand out for me. Fintech, healthcare, education, and entertainment.
We're seeing a lot of traction on the climate tech side. Agri, trying to solve for food scarcity. We're seeing support in renewable energy, the power situation on the continent. There's also support with water. Clean water is still an issue. There's also fintech. Financial inclusion is still not fully penetrated in some parts of the country, Nigeria, and the continent. So there's still a lot of work that's still happening, especially with cross-border trade. There needs to still be some work to be done there, so we are able to pay for stuff across the continent.
Mr. Fola elaborated on why only a minority of startups receive venture capital funding and how media attention contributes to its overhyped perception.
You know, when you think about the number of businesses that exist, you're a business, I'm a business, she has businesses, everybody in the room has businesses. How many people are going to be invested in by VCs? Venture capitalists is a mode of funding, just like every other mode of funding. You know, you could raise debt, you could raise VC, you could be bootstrapped. But people focus on the VC funding for obvious reasons. One, the amounts are usually outside. So, you know, a company that is just starting saying that they raised $500,000 or $1 million is always going to stand out versus you and I that are building our business brick by brick and spending 1 million naira today, 2 million naira tomorrow. So that's the first part. The second part is also there's an over glamorization of VC funding, whereby people think they have arrived when they raise VC funding. But it should not be the case. You know, VC funding is a commitment that you are taking a debt and that you repay this money in multiples.
He further emphasized that founders must demonstrate progress to attract investors, as fundraising is a mutual value-driven negotiation in a competitive landscape.
For VC money, the best type of money you can put into your business is customers' money. Whenever people think about bootstrapping, they assume that bootstrapping means that the money is coming out of your pocket. No, bootstrapping essentially just means that you are focused on growing your business brick by brick, and you're focused on getting value for your value. So you create value and you capture value. Oftentimes that value that you're capturing is money. But people want to think about it instead that, oh, I have an idea and the first thing I need is investors' money. A good investor will look at your idea, they want to support it, but they want to see what you've done. They want to see that you've been able to take the step, you've been able to build something with your little resources. You've proven that you are different from anybody that has an idea. Because ideas are cheap. The idea that you're having and you think is the best idea in the world, there are 100 people that are having the exact same idea. So when you look at it from that perspective, you as a founder need to take the onus and go out and start to build. And then when you build and you get enough traction, then you can look for investors to say, hey, I have something amazing here. I think you guys want to see this. I think you want to be a part of this. And then investors will be excited. The idea is, even fundraising and investment process is a negotiation. And for good negotiation, both parties must want each other. So if you are just starting an idea and an investor doesn't know what they're investing into, they don't know what you've done, they don't know if there's any context. So you need to be able to show that, okay, I've worked on this idea, I've created more value, and so you can now invest in it.
Feyin Ogunlesi outlined key factors investors and venture capitalists consider before investing in startups.
Say that investors look out for, your ability to show true knowledge about your business model and all of the factors that affect it, right? If you're in an industry where it's heavily regulated, your ability to be able to show that you know what it takes to get you from point A to point B. If you're in an industry where it's really fragmented and everybody is always trying to slash prices, you know how to sort of innovate around that. It's good to see strong knowledge from you as a founder about your industry, about your business model. It's good to see monetization, your path to monetization. If you are very early stage, if you are not early stage, it's good to see. If you have gone past the early stage, you are revenue generating, you are probably at your seed level, right? It's good to see how you plan to scale, whether it's in your primary market or if you intend to expand to other markets. It's good to see that as well. I think the last thing will be how the team looks, right? Is the team solid enough? Do we trust their expertise? Do they have the grit or resilience enough to continue to grow this company? Because again, for the investor, right, whether it's an early stage or that growth or late stage, they're constantly looking to invest in a business where they're able to sell it to the next kind of investor, right, that will help it scale further. So we need to be able to see a team that can take it all the way to ensure that their exits and it's just a win-win for everyone.
Among the numerous exhibitors at Lagos Tech Fest, the product marketing manager at iInvest, Favor Okori, pointed out the app's key advantage over others in the fintech sector.
What makes us stand out is the fact that you can have all your financial instruments on one app. You don't need to have multiple apps, right? So you can easily sign in and check up on all your financial products at once without having to shuffle between apps. So that is our unique selling.
Larry Undulaka, product manager at Pay For It, highlighted the company's presence at the event to network and explore partnerships.
So we are here basically to partner, right? We are looking for potential partners that would come into Pay For It, use our APIs and integrate it into your solution. So we are looking for HR companies, we are looking for digital banks, we are looking for investment banks, right? We believe that if we can get this kind of partners, we can achieve great things. So this conference is going to serve us as an avenue for us to meet potential partners for our solution.
You're building something that other creators can build on top. Whether you're building a health tech startup that other health insurance players can build on top. For me, it shows a deeper level of thinking that you're able to see beyond just who are my direct consumers and who can I facilitate their work.
And that's a wrap from Lagos Tech Fest 2025. Today's conversations on innovations, investments, and policy have set the stage for Nigeria's tech evolution. As the industry pushes forward, collaboration will be key to unlocking new opportunities. This is Olayiwaju Adeniyi reporting for Tech Pression.